The championships, Wimbledon 2025, is coming up quickly. We've had the Australian Open and the French Open. Now we are focusing our attention on what should be an exciting 2 weeks in London. One of the big questions ahead of this year's tournament is whether either Carlos Alcaraz or Novak Djokovic will lift the trophy. They're the two standout players in men's tennis right now. And with Rafael Nadal out for the majority of the season, they are likely to battle it out for the No. 1 ranking come July. Before we get into all the details, though, let me give you a quick overview of the tournament. The All England Lawn Tennis Club, otherwise known as the ALTC, is responsible for staging the event. This is the oldest tennis club in the world and was founded back in 1868. It's located just outside of London and neighborhood of Wimbledon. Originally, there were just 2 grass courts at the site where the club would play their matches. Since then, it has expanded massively and now has 19 grass courts. The biggest one, Center Court, can hold more than 14,000 spectators, while Court 1 can hold almost 12,000 fans. The third biggest court is Court 3, which was updated recently so that it can hold over 8,000 people. There are also 8 additional courts on the grounds that have limited seating. However, there are still plenty of ways for fans to watch those matches. The main draw of Wimbledon is made up of 128 players in both the singles competitions. There are also 64 players in the doubles events and 48 teams competing in the mixed doubles. The station that most people think of when it comes to Wimbledon is, of course, Center Court, but the history of the stadium goes much further back than the tennis tournament. In fact, it was built during World War II to serve as an air raid shelter. It wasn't used as a tennis stadium until 1997. That's also not the only famous structure on the grounds. There's another iconic building known as No. 1 Court, and this is where some of the best tennis in the world will take place. The first ever match played on this court was between British tennis legends Roger Taylor and Bunny Austin. Now that we have a better idea of the layout of Wimbledon, let's talk about what's in store for us in 2025. As always, the tournament is scheduled to start on Monday, June 24th, and will run through Sunday, July, all going well. The men's final will take place on July. Here are the dates for the other major rounds. The women's final is set for July, while the semifinals in both the men's and women's draw will occur on July. We will see the quarterfinals in both draws on July and the 4th round on July. Then we will have the 3rd round on July, the 2nd round on July, and finally the 1st round on June and 25th. As mentioned earlier, defending champion on the men's side is Novak Djokovic. He'll be looking to make it a record-breaking 8th Wimbledon title. Standing in his way, however, is a loaded field of players that are capable of taking him down. One of these threats is Carlos Alcaraz, who is looking to add a second major to his resume. Alcaraz reached the Wimbledon final last year, but lost in straight sets to Djokovic. If anyone can stop Djokovic from winning his 8th title, many believe it will be Alcaraz. These two superstars will likely meet in the final once again. But if their quarterfinal match from last year is anything to go by, it could be another 5-set thriller. With the quality of these two players, whoever wins this match will surely go on to win the whole tournament. While everyone is excited to see the rematch between Alcaraz and Djokovic, there are plenty of other intriguing first-round matches. Two-time Grand Slam champion Andy Murray will face a tough test right off the bat against top 20 player Denis Shapovalov. Another fan favorite, Stan Wawrinka, will open up against the dangerous Lorenzo Sonego. After Wawrinka won his first match, he'll likely move on to face either Jannik Sinner or Alex de Minaur in the 2nd round. Other notable names in the bottom half of the draw include British star Cameron Norrie, former U.S. Open champion Dominic Thiem, and 2022 Wimbledon finalist Nick Kyrgios. The top half of the draw is extremely competitive, and it will be fascinating to see how things play out over the first couple of rounds. Along with defending champion Jessica Pegula, other top 10 players in this section of the draw include Ons Jabeur, Caroline Garcia, Coco Gauff, and Daria Kasatkina. American hope in the women's draw rests on the shoulders of Coco Gauff. She had a fantastic run at the French Open, making it all the way to the final before losing in 3 sets to eventual champion Iga Swiatek. Goff reached the Wimbledon quarterfinals last year and is definitely a threat to the top seed. If she can continue her strong play from the last month, she has a great chance to make it far into the latter stages of the tournament. The winner of the bottom half of the draw is likely to come from the top 6 seeds. The bottom half contains the likes of defending champion Marketa Vondrousova, along with Petra Kvitova, Elena Rybakina, Victoria Azarenka, and Madison Keys. If any of the unseeded players can make a deep run, it will probably come from French Open finalist Karolina Muchova. When it comes to the doubles competitions, the men's and women's defending champions are the same as last year. On the men's side, the team of Nikola Mektic and Mate Pavic are the favorites to win it all once again. They're ranked No. 1 in the world currently and have a great shot at a second straight Wimbledon crown. The top seeds on the women's side, Barbara Krejcikova and Katerina Siniakova, will be looking to make it 2 titles in 3 years. They're currently ranked No. 4 in the world and are definitely capable of winning the event. Wimbledon 2025 is shaping up to be another incredible tournament. With so many stars in the singles and doubles competitions, it will be must-watch TV. Who do you think will win the singles titles this year? Is Novak Djokovic able to defend his crown, or will someone like Carlos Alcaraz take home the trophy? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more tennis coverage. And you can follow me on social media for all the latest updates. See you next time.